Hi, everyone. I wanted to take this opportunity to speak with you because, as the calendar reminded me this morning, we're just about through our 8th week of our semester, which means we're literally past the halfway point of the fall term. I know that's hard to believe because during these very challenging times, every day seems as though there's something in front of us that we have to solve. But I have to say to you, something that I've mentioned before, but it just reinforces for me every day, that you are doing a wonderful job. Our students have demonstrated their ability to be resilient, to persevere in these very difficult times. When I walk across the campus and when I visit our educational centers, our students are all wearing masks. They're all making every attempt to social distance. They're cleaning their desks. They're cleaning their computers. They're doing what is necessary to be done for us to be able to get through this pandemic. So I have to say how proud I am of the work that you're doing and the effort that you are making so that we can remain here in terms of our in-class instruction and still allow for that remote opportunity for those who choose to do that. I also must say that I am so impressed by our faculty and our staff who have done everything to support our students. When I have conversations with so many on campus and at our centers, and when I get messages from students, it's always about an underlying theme of, I'm getting help to succeed. And that's literally what Luzerne County Community College is all about. It's about student success. And you are proving that when we work together, there is so much that we can achieve. We continue to update and provide you with new information on our website with COVID information. And this information is important because we also update if we have new cases reported. We report on how many individuals are quarantined, both our staff and our students. And we feel that it's very important that this transparency is extremely important for you so that you know that our efforts to remain and continue to be safe are there. That we are doing what we need to do to make sure that we continue to move in the right direction. And there is always, as I have emphasized so many times in the last several weeks, this is a very fluid situation. When I say fluid, I don't mean that in the sense of the fact that we're trying to, in some way, minimize the fact that we need to make decisions at the appropriate time. Fluid means simply that the circumstances could change tomorrow. And what I mean by that is if the situation should arrive that we need to transition to exclusively a remote delivery for our class instruction, that you will be prepared to do that. We want to be prepared. So I've asked all of our professors in the classroom to communicate to you what would be done if that transition needs to take place, so that you are prepared, both in your state of mind, as well as what you need physically, the technology, the information as to how you access instruction. All of that is very important so that you don't miss a beat. So I urge you to make sure that you find out in each of your classes, what would you need to do if you had to transition? Please do not interpret this in any way that we are planning any change at this point in time. It's just a matter, as I said earlier, for you to be prepared. And along those lines of being prepared, we also know that when you do, if necessary, for anyone who is in a situation where this pandemic is affecting them, it's affecting their family, it's affecting their lives, we have continued our policies that we implemented in the spring with the student in mind. These circumstances mean that you are attempting to manage your life in such a way that whether you're working, whether you're doing some remote instruction, whether you're in person, a lot of that adds up to a kind of a state of flux in your life, meaning I have to adjust constantly. So let me remind you that at the end of this semester, if you need to withdraw from a course because you have not achieved to the level of expectation or ability that you perceived in the first place, you can withdraw beyond the end of the semester. You can achieve a W grade, which carries no weight in terms of your grade point average. Just gives you an opportunity to retake the course at some future time. Also, if you end the semester and you have a grade that you feel, for example, a C grade, and you've been involved in math, you've done very well in math throughout your high school years. I'm using this math as an example. And you should have achieved in your own mind a B or an A. You can exercise that option to choose a P grade. Passing grade, which carries no weight in terms of grade point average, but you earn the credit. And that's very important. You earn the credit. And also, our faculty demonstrated in the spring term how willing and how important they know it is to help our students. So they are going to be receptive when necessary to award you an incomplete grade. An I grade, which really just literally means that you have to complete some portion of the course, some requirements in the future that will allow you to earn the credit, where an I grade can be changed to the appropriate letter grade, A, B, C. So those are important reminders for you as you enter this second half of the fall semester, keeping in mind that we want everyone to achieve their goals by December, to complete your courses. But if you need some help, these policies, these grading options are in place for you. Also, remember that our support services, our tutoring, our other support is available both remotely and in person. So if you need help, and particularly as you get to the mid-semester, you've just taken a midterm exam, you feel, well, I could use some tutoring or some support in this area, please contact our support services area so that you can receive the necessary help for you to bridge that gap that you may have so that you can successfully complete your course. I also remind you that it's very important to plan as you're in the midst of this semester. Beginning on October the 26th, we're going to unveil our spring term and our fall intersession. You can register for both at that point in time. So make sure that you go on and access, whether it's coming in person or online. If you completed six credits with a 2.0 GPA, you are eligible to register online and go on and take care of that. So I urge you to do that as early as possible. Put that away, know what your schedule is, and remember, we're starting the spring term a week later than originally announced. We're going to be starting on January the 25th. So that's going to give you a little more time before the end of this fall term and the start of the spring semester, but it's still in your best interest to formulate a schedule. And then you can plan accordingly if you're working, how I work my schedule around my obligations at work. In conclusion, this has been, for everyone involved, a very difficult time. There is so much that is on our minds that we never even imagined that we would have at this point in our lives. So if you are in a situation where you're looking at how does my education fit into what my future plans are, I just want to remind you that we will get through this pandemic. We will come out on the other side. And your success, your pursuit right now of your education will put you in a position when we do to have opportunities that you would not have otherwise. So I want to remind you that if there's anything specific that you would like to let me know, anything that you feel is important for us to help you, please feel free to give me a phone call, to send me an email, and go on directly right online and contact the president. I guarantee you I will look into your situation, your concern, and I will respond to you as quickly as possible. We have a model here at Luzerne County Community College that has been shared, I think, across the country. But basically, we are all in this together. And our most important considerations in this period of time, number one, is to remain safe, to follow the guidelines that have been outlined by the CDC, by the Department of Health, and also by Luzerne County Community College. And secondly, for you to succeed in what your goals are. We are here to help you achieve that, and we will continue to support you. Thank you so much, and I wish you the very best.